let's come back to the fear now. So there are many ways to, get rid of this fear. But then, hello everyone. It's really, it feels really wonderful being with you all people. So very good afternoon, all of you. I am Priyankini, and I'm a public speaking trainer. And today I'm going to talk on how to get rid of fear of public speaking. So let me define the fear first. So what it is and what does it feel like? So this is also called glossophobia. You feel nervous, your your palms start sweating, your stomach ties it into knots, and your heartbeat, it becomes faster. Many of you might have felt it little more or little less, but I'm sure that every one of you here might have felt this once or twice at least in your life. So this is how it is. And believe me, this is even more than the fear of death. Yeah. So before going to address the how to get rid of this, the ways, I would like to start with the why. Like, why do we need to get rid of this fear, and why public speaking? Is public speaking so important? Yes, it is. Look at your daily life, very closely. Every alternate day, at one point or the other, you need to speak to people, right? Whether you are at the initial stage of your career or the middle stage or the topmost position of your career, you need to put your point across, right? Now let's talk somewhat about power of spoken words. Do you remember that day, one day PM Narendra Modi at around 12 am announces that from tomorrow onwards, rupees 500 note and 1000 rupee note are banned, right? So how many people out here have actually referred the RBI gadget notification before following it? Hardly anyone, right? Now, so this is the power of spoken words. Why is TV news more popular than the printed ones? So it is the spoken words that reaches to people, right? So let's come back to the fear now. So there are many ways to, get rid of this fear, but then I'll address around 7. So number 1 is organize your thoughts. So this is something, I keep telling in almost all my videos, that organize your thoughts. So you should have the clarity as to what you're going to speak, like what you're going to convey to the audience. Like, is that particular set of audience getting benefited from it? Now, when you focus on one particular thing, what happens is your speaking anxiety, it reduces. You stay more calm and composed, right? So number 2 is stop thinking about the fear of rejection. Now, stop thinking that what if the audience doesn't like me? What if the audience doesn't connect to me? What if the audience already knows what I'm going to speak? So this is just a belief in your mind, just get rid of this. Just rather, go with a mindset that, okay, even if I have a 20-size audience, even if 5 people know that, I have 15 more people to talk to. Or else you can think that, if 2 points are known to the audience, I have like 5 more points to speak, right? So remember that the audience is sitting there and listening to you because of a reason. So just value that. This is point number 2. Now point number 3 is focus on the pattern. It's very important to maintain a particular flow and a rhythm when you speak, right? Now pauses between 2 points is good, or else you keep repeating the keywords, the key points. So sometimes it happens is sometimes when you drop the flow, you drop the confidence too, right? It happens. So work on that. Now number 4 is mirror talks. So this is a tip I normally give to my clients and students, but they take it to be very boring and useless. But then there is a proper technique of doing it. Like, imagine that you are speaking in front of the real audience. Like, bring in that facial expression, bring in that body language, bring in that gestures, because it's very important to notice yourself as to how welcoming you appear to the people, right? So there's a very important gesture I'd like to show it here, that is called like claiming your territory. So this is a pose, when your shoulders roll out, your head straight, not like this, but yeah, like this, and your hands like this, hands open. So this is the most confident pose of a speaker. So please practice this. Number 5 is record your voice. Yeah, you should always record your voice and listen to it twice or thrice. Now sometimes it happens that you sometimes when you hear your own recorded voice, you don't like it, right? So it's very important that you get familiar with your own voice, right? Now number 6 is speaking exercise. So there are many exercises to do, but then I will talk about only 2. So number 1 is breathing. You need to focus on your breathing. Breathe in, breathe out, you will stay calm. At the same time, when you focus on breathing, focus on the maintaining of the rhythm. That's one. Second thing is voice modulation. So this is basically exercise on the tone. So this is a very important tip to work on the high levels of distraction syndrome of your audience. So this exercise is called ham sandwich exercise, wherein you work on your tone. So what you do is you choose a word or a phrase and speak it out in a variety of tones, which conveys different emotions like happy, sad, angry, scared, etc. So do this. And the last 7th is join an association or a group like this. Obviously Reboot Reboot Talk is a very good platform to practice and polish your speaking skills. So friends, if you really want to come out of this fear of speaking, you need to speak, right? So look for speaking opportunities as much as you can. Because only when you expose your limitations, you will start getting more comfortable with it, and the fear will gradually go. And the span of nervousness will be reduced, right? The span of nervousness is different for different people. Like for a person who has just started public speaking, for him maybe when he goes to the stage, it will take him 2 to 3 minutes to calm down and compose and be collected. But on the other hand, a speaker who is around 10 plus years of experience, it will just take 20 seconds and he calms down. So don't be in a misconception that leaders and experts they are not nervous, and it's okay to be nervous, right? That means that you are prepared enough. So yeah, this is what. And only thing you need to work on is to reduce the span of nervousness. Now how I came out of this fear is a long story, so maybe I'll address it sometime later. Okay, thank you.